A lot of my practice is about exploring the boundaries between life and death and the liminal spaces in between, and how dead matter still has a lot of agency, a lot of presence. So this is my studio and bath. This is where I do most of the processing of my material. These are some finished tentacles, and on this side I've got the kind of raw material. This is horsehair that I get from old mattresses. So I'm stuffing it into netting. I can then use a bradawl, and the bradawl, you kind of tease the hairs to the top. And you can also get tighter shapes and looser shapes by stitching it. So this is a fleece that's come straight off the sheep. This is a very local one. They live about 4 miles out of Bath. I undo the fleece, and this side has been sun-kissed, so I like using the reverse that would have been next to the skin of the sheep. It normally gives it a darker colour. After I've taken off all the bits around the edge that are dirty, I can then start creating the shape of the tendril. I then kind of enclose it in net and then really work on the outside surface so I get a constant colour. In this case, I've been invited to respond to the statue in the courtyard of Sir Joshua Reynolds. I did start by creating a model, and then I started felting some of my wool and trying to work out a kind of shape to respond to his gesture, and also relating to a couple of his paintings that I really like that he did towards the end of his life. One of them was the infant Hercules strangling the serpents. I really like thinking about where the material's been before and what stories it's absorbed. And as you can see amassed in the studio, you don't really feel alone. You feel as though you've got kind of lots of company. People respond in very different ways to my work. I think people bring their own experiences to it. Having a whole mass of dead matter together in such a large quantity does create a feeling in people. Some people are very moved by just the quantity of stuff. Some people relate it to their nightmares or their dreams. I get lots of different stories about childhood memories of soft toys. So there are many different responses that come out of my work. I also hope that it would enable people to look at Sir Joshua Reynolds in a different way.